Less than 12 hours out right now from the final countdown, the final day of the 2016 election. That is Americanism versus globalism. We're shooting a Facebook mentions live right now, but I'm shooting on HD here in the studio so we can actually add the articles and video clips in to back up what I'm saying. But Obama came out and said, yes, illegals should vote. Your citizens, if you can get here. Democrats have introduced bills all over the country to do it. The Washington Post says illegals should be able to vote. This is all part of pissing on the American people like we're idiots. No other country, China, Mexico, anybody, would allow folks to just show up and then a week later vote. But here's the big news. Hillary Clinton has stepped down. Hillary Clinton has resigned as the Democratic nominee for president. He has officially announced that she is done. She came out just a few minutes ago and announced that her campaign is over for president. Now, that is absolute horse crap, what I just told you. But it doesn't matter because we've got the clips, and we'll put one in here, of even Trump's campaign manager or spokeswoman on TV on CNN this morning going, you keep announcing she's way ahead, already cut the drapes and that Trump's going to lose when you oversample 9, 12, 15, 20 points. Are you going to admit now he's passed her in all your own rigged polls? You add all these extra people to it. You cheat the poll. You're even losing that in a landslide. And you're saying that Hillary is still ahead. This is horse crap. You need to come out and admit you've been scamming the people.
You know, Jake, I want to say, are CNN going to retract all the storylines, all the headlines, all the breathless predictions of the last 2 weeks that it turned out not to be true? The race is over. The path is closed. It's going to be a blowout. You guys retract that, and I'll give a call to Dan Scavino about the retweet.
I never reported anything along those lines. I've always been saying that this was going to be a tight election, and even when Hillary... Who hasn't?
CNN certainly has. CNN certainly has. You know, I love CNN, but you got to be honest here. The lower third, what's always on the chyrons, the panelists, the so-called experts, constantly saying she can't lose, the race is over, the path is narrowed. And you know what? I actually thank you guys in part for that.
I've never heard anybody say the race
CNN?
was over. We've been saying all along that Donald Trump has a path to the presidency, and you can say wow all you want. I've never said that the race was over. We can replay as many tapes as you want.
So if they're going to sit there and announce that Trump's already lost and Trump's going to resign and Trump's going to give up and there's an intervention, he's set to have a new candidate. We've heard that 4 times the last 10 months. We heard he couldn't get the nomination because the Republican Party was going to ignore our popular votes. We've had them rigging polls, rigging questions to CNN, rigging debates. The WikiLeaks are incredible. People keep saying, show us the WikiLeaks, Assange, that'll finally bring down Clinton. A month ago, I got pissed when he hadn't released the goods. I said, hey, you better release it. He did. She's got Hillary with Obama saying we got to cover up our secret emails and the fact we're doing business secretly in violation of law. Covering up crimes, an even bigger crime. So WikiLeaks has delivered. Their latest stuff today was, again, more of the Democratic Party running CNN, what questions to ask Trump. I mean, this is shameful. So let me just announce again. Hillary is behind all the battleground states. Hillary's having to run around all these blue states that she supposedly already has to try to win because she knows she's way behind. They're in panic mode. Will Obama start a war for her? I mean, even LeBron James can't get a crowd bigger than 300 people for her in Cleveland. They are in free fall. You look at these numbers. Shock. Trump outperforms Romney. 130,000 more in Florida than he had this time. 142,000 North Carolina. Jumps into a big lead in Colorado. They kept saying a month ago, CNN, New York Times, toilet paper of record, you know Hillary's going to win in early voting, so that projected we'll be able to say he's losing. But in the early voting projections, he's winning. All their fraud, all their scams, all their electronic voting machines that aren't in place everywhere, the tsunami of a giant win, they can't stop it, though they may still try it. Because remember, they took it from Sanders, Stanford Research, not the college students, the university came out and said, no, Sanders had 10 states stolen, he won. Hell, he'd win New Hampshire in places, and they'd give the delegates to Hillary. The difference is we're here, we're watching, we know what happens. So whether she steals it, whether she officially loses it, she loses. because we know she's a fraud. We know she was an illegitimate candidate from the beginning, the crime she committed, and she stole the nomination from Bernie Sanders. I told Trump personally, before he even went public about election fraud, he was already thinking this. He didn't do what I said. He was already there. And so was Donald Trump Jr. I said, they tried to steal it from you. You stood up and fought for it at the primary level. That's why you got it. Talking to two cameras here. You got to do that again or they'll steal it here. And he's got a good instinct. He's dealt with big governments and corrupt systems trying to build hotels, golf courses, shopping malls. He knows how it is. He goes, damn right, you're right. And he has exposed the whole thing. So the fact that we're resisting and not just receiving what the authority says is why they're in so much trouble. Now, we've got a live 52-hour broadcast that started at 11 a.m. today. We're now 4 hours and 8 minutes into it. It's going to go another 48 hours. And the real revolution isn't even about Trump or Alex Jones or Matt Drudge or you. It's about all of us taking action and overthrowing the mainstream media that has almost no viewers, no support. If you send out the links to Infowars.com/show, to our own video feeds and our YouTube feeds and our Facebook feeds, and we can tally up on, say, Wednesday, 100 million views. We're getting 5 million, 10 million a day sometimes now, just separate from our own terrestrial radio. That just shows what little globalist bitches they are. With the average CNN show with 98,000 viewers. One of my employees farts gets more views than that, even though nobody's watching. So this is a big time to be alive right now, watching this dinosaur bet everything it's got on this walking corpse, Hillary. And all her devil worship coming out in the WikiLeaks and selling us out to foreign powers and the treason. I mean, these are some busy beavers and evil. Busy robbing the State Department furniture, busy robbing other furniture, robbing the White House furniture, robbing the plates, robbing the silverware. These are crazy people. God, I'm trying to get rid of silverware and plates and furniture. Who wants to buy more crap? You want to get what you got and leave it there. These are mentally ill kleptocrats. That means a governmental individual who has an obsession with stealing. We're dealing with kleptocrats that think they own us. And the question is, do they? Do you just roll over? Do you have any instinct to say no? Now, here's the big news at the end, to be serious. Hillary Clinton might just figure out it's an arrogant omen if she does steal it. So maybe she backed off because of that. But she had for a month set up to have a big fireworks display. Associated Press, Daily Caller, both reporting. She canceled that with the Coast Guard today. She canceled her victory deal for 10 p.m. Romney had one 4 years ago and lost. Never got to do it. So that's a big deal. And she's being routed in every state. And I think the establishment's figuring out it's a bigger loss for them to try to put her in. The problem is they let the popular vote work. Trump gets in. Just like Brexit, they're going to throw stuff at us to try to shut us down and bring us to heel. If we want freedom, we got to be like the Russians who kicked the oligarchs out. They're not perfect. We've dealt with austerity and sanctions and stuff. This is a war, 21st century war. But Hillary, look, even when I do satire, there's a big truth to it. Hillary's in deep trouble. She can't get 300 people in a crowd, even with Jay-Z or this, that was a decent-sized crowd. They got hyped for a month, but this LeBron James, 300 people. I talked to the cops. They sent us photos. 300 people went through the door that they wanted. There was about 300, 400 people with Hillary and their entourage and media there. Hillary gets 700. Trump gets 20,000. I mean, there's all the optics you need. So be activist, resist them, send the links out, Infowars.com/show. And we've got every 4 hours we have to restart at Facebook mentions. The average Facebook mentions gets about 500,000 views. That is huge. We've got 3 YouTube channels we're sending out. They're getting millions of views a day just with the live streams. I want to ask everybody, set up your iPhone, plug it in, or your Droid or whatever, point it at the TV, carry our feed, send it out live, doppelgang it everywhere. That's how we get the 100 million views to further piss on the arrogant, snot-nosed mainstream media. All right, I'm going to shoot some more live reports here in a moment and some tape reports. Infowars.com/show. History's happening. I salute you all, every race, color, and creed. God, I love your red blood. I love the fact you're alive and love God and love justice. And we're here together with this great crew in Austin, Texas, with amazing solidarity with all of you. But Hillary Clinton And the New World Order are the losers, whether they steal the race or whether they concede. Resistance is victory by fighting back.